In the winter of 2020, YouTuber Will, from the channel Will's Whereabouts, uploaded a video that left many of his viewers deeply disturbed. Will's channel is all about solo van camping around the UK. Most of the time, his adventures go off without a hitch. But on this particular night, something happened that neither he nor his audience could shake. In the middle of the night, Will was suddenly jolted awake by a sound that's hard to explain. I'll let you hear it for yourself. Terrified screams echo through the still darkness outside his van. It sounds like someone is being chased, or worse. Will, clearly groggy and confused, doesn't react right away. But those screams weren't just random noise. They were real, and they were close. The source of those sounds was never identified, but one thing is certain. Whatever was happening out there, it wasn't good. Grizzly Gaz is a British YouTuber known for venturing deep into the woods for solo camping trips. He usually camps completely alone, but on this particular trip, he got an unexpected visitor. At the start of the video, Gaz explains that he's returned to a spot he's camped at before. He also casually mentions having heard strange sounds there on a previous visit.
At the location where I've had lots of activity, let's call it, where all that's happened. And I brought my trail camera and my night vision with me because I'm making a stand. That doesn't sound right, does it? I'm taking a stance. Oh, I don't know.
In the clip, we see him setting up trail cameras around his camp, hoping to catch anything unusual that might pass through during the night. But little did he know, he wouldn't have to wait until nightfall to get his first visitor.
Pot boiling for some mash. And I've got a visitor. Creeped up behind me asking me if I had a light. I shit my pants. This is Martin anyway. I don't know him, but he's stopping for a steak.
Just some random creep wandering about.
You went round here in a poncho a couple of months ago, were you?
I don't think I was. I could have been. It's possible.
Right.
Seemingly out of nowhere, a man creeps up behind him, supposedly asking for a lighter. Gaz plays it cool, laughing and making small talk, but you can clearly see he's uneasy. Gaz later explains that the man was homeless. He gave him some food, and the stranger disappeared just as quickly as he'd arrived. But the real chill came the next morning.
So I decided to leave, but I left my trail camera here. So let's see what that's captured, if anything. Right. That's where I was sat, on my chair there. That's where the tent was. And he just walked up from here. Got to about here right next to me when he said, "Have you got a light, mate?" Said that he could see the smoke from the fire. And that's why I didn't want to light it really, because then trail camera's gone. That's where it was, on this tree. So my gut instincts were right, weren't they, to leave.
One of his trail cameras was gone, completely vanished. That means someone, or something, had been creeping near his tent during the night. To this day, Gaz has no idea who it was that took the camera, and he's never returned to that spot since. In the fall of 2021, YouTuber Matt Field, best known for his channel Field Days, uploaded a video that left many viewers unsettled. Matt is no stranger to danger. His content often revolves around extreme survival challenges, constantly pushing the limits of what most people would ever attempt. But what happened to him inside an abandoned cave in the Australian wilderness is something he admits he'll never forget. Matt decided to camp overnight inside the cave after hearing a chilling story from a friend who who had previously explored the same area. According to his friend, something about the cave felt off. Curious, and maybe even a bit skeptical, Matt packed his gear and went in to find out for himself. The video begins with Matt hiking for several hours through rugged terrain until he finally reaches the cave's entrance. Hanging at the mouth of the cave is a rusted, man-made ladder, barely clinging to the rocks. Without hesitation, Matt begins his descent.
Hello? Oi! Oh, man. Alright, so as you can see, we've made it to the entrance of the cave. Here it is, literally standing above the hole right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna jump on this shonky ladder, which goes way down there. And once we get inside the cave, there is no leaving until the sun comes up tomorrow morning. So once we step foot in there, it's home until the sun rises tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna bang a GoPro on my head and we're going in. Let's do this.
Once inside, Matt starts to explore the narrow, winding tunnels, trying to map out where they might lead. But after a few minutes, he starts to hear strange noises echoing through the cave walls. And that's when the unease begins to set in.
Two noises which I've heard, which completely, the second noise, I had goosebumps from my head to toes. I'm talking a sound I've never heard it before in my entire life. It had to have been a bat, it had to be something, but it's just not, it's just something I've never heard before. Very strange sound. The first one was a rock falling. Way over there somewhere there was a rock which it just sort of like, it just rolled for ages and then it sort of just hit another rock on the bottom. But the second sound, I froze, man. I was like frozen, like I couldn't move. I was just waiting for something just to like whack me. It's just strange, very strange feeling in here. I am 100% feeling uneasy in this cave right now. It's only 8:30 at night and I'm not feeling comfortable. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, it's just a cave. It's just like, it's just anything else. So pretty getting a little bit hungry. I might dig into those baked beans, start a little fire and see where the rest of the night goes. It's just it's a very uneasy feeling in here. I suppose that's the only way you can put it, but we've got a long night ahead of us. That's for sure.
Trying to calm his nerves, Matt sits down to eat, but just as he takes his first bite, the sounds return.
It's still going to be delicious as always. That is beautiful. Baked beans in a haunted cave. Oh my fucking God. That was the sound. That is the sound. Did you hear that? Look at my arms. I got full goosebumps. It's the chains moving when I climb down the ladder. It's a big, heavy, thick chain. Wind can't move that. Holy shit.
Matt explains that the ladder at the entrance is made of thick metal, far too heavy to sway on its own from wind or vibration. Yet, at one point, the metal rungs begin to rattle. Something was moving it. Whether it was human or not, he couldn't tell.
You can't move that chain with wind. It's way too heavy. There is no wind coming in here. There's no wind even for Holy shit. Oh my fucking God. You must have heard that just then. Look at my arms, dude. Oh, this is fucked.
As the noises grow louder and more frequent, Matt decides to leave the deeper tunnels behind and retreat towards the entrance. hoping it might be safer. The atmosphere is tense. Even though nothing is visible, something feels wrong, like he's not alone.
And I'm booting on out of here. I just heard a sound. It's not normal. It's definitely not a normal sound, and I'm scared shitless. I'm not gonna lie. That sound, it was not normal. It's probably about 2 hours, 2.5 hours after I checked in with you guys, so it would be around 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, and that sound was not normal. I'm getting out of here.
Eventually, Matt reaches the mouth of the cave and decides to wait there until daylight returns. Thankfully, he makes it through the night physically unharmed, but mentally, the experience left a mark. To this day, Matt has no idea what caused those sounds or what was inside the cave with him. He hasn't returned to the cave since, but he has continued to post new survival videos. Still, that one night in the Australian wilderness remains the most disturbing experience he's ever shared with his audience. On October 3rd, 2016, some truly disturbing footage was uploaded to YouTube. The video features a young man named James, who was out hiking and camping in Suffolk County, New York. But during his hike, James stumbles upon something that would leave him, and later his viewers, completely unsettled.
Okay, we're deep in the woods. Sort of, we're like on the border, because like there's a side of the woods where there's people's houses. But I came to a trail that led to a trail that led to a trail up the hill, and I came down this, and as you can see, probably can see, it's fucking blocked. There's trees knocked over, blocking it, and cut down so that it's hard to get down the hill. But I saw what looked like a fire pit, and since I've already found one back the way I came, and it was just made by neighborhood kids, and when I was there I met one of the kids that rides a dirt bike in here, and he was probably like in his 20s. I don't know if he was like a kid, but the point is I thought this might be something similar. So I come down the fucking hill, and remember, we're still in the woods. We're still in the fucking woods, right? I don't know what this is. Do you see the fucking trees? Look at the white shit. Okay, I was like, okay, these are probably no trespassing signs, or maybe it's something for the wildlife or something. And look, we're bordered on all sides by hills. Anyone with any sense of strategy or tactics, let's being in the center of a bunch of hills is tactically disadvantageous because people can hide on the tops and throw things or shoot at you. Anyway, I'll cut right to the chase because I might die. Look what these fucking are. What the fuck is going on in here?
Clearly distressed, James had found dozens of missing persons reports stapled to trees scattered throughout the area. These weren't random posters either. They featured real missing persons cases from all over the United States. Over the next 10 minutes of the video, James continues to examine the different posters, growing increasingly uneasy as he ventures deeper into a nearby campsite. One that someone had clearly spent a lot of time setting up. And then, all of a sudden, James realizes he's not alone anymore.
All of these sticks that you can see, they're all lashed together at right angles, as if to make a cage, or a shelter, or a lean-to, or a trap. And this part right in the middle, it's a hole. It's a filled-in hole, but it's a hole. I'm assuming that whatever this is, or was, collapsed. But whatever it was intricate, and it clearly took a lot of time to make. Somebody worked pretty hard on this. What's this one? Stacy Peterson, 23 years old, missing from Illinois, 2007. Oh shit, I heard voices. We have to get the fuck out of here.
After hearing voices nearby, James immediately bolts, managing to escape the forest unharmed. He later contacted the police, who opened an investigation into the area. After posting the clip online, the video quickly went viral. Viewers flooded Reddit threads, trying to make sense of what James had encountered. Some believed it could have been a place for satanic rituals, while others chalked it up to an elaborate and poorly thought-out prank. A few weeks later, James updated the description of his video with a message that read, "Local law enforcement subsequently investigated and were apparently told by the residents of the adjacent property that the missing persons posters were decorations for their upcoming Halloween party." The police accepted that explanation and announced they would not be pursuing the matter. Occupants of the house have said the posters will be removed, but I have not yet been able to verify this. Whether that explanation is the full truth or not, we may never really know. But either way, this remains one of the strangest and most chilling discoveries caught on camera. In early 2024, Belgian YouTuber Ciaz uploaded a video titled, "The Night I'll Never Forget." Ciaz isn't new to urban exploration. He's been to countless abandoned locations across Europe. But on this particular night, something happened that would shake even a seasoned explorer like him. The video opens with a stark disclaimer. Ciaz tells his audience that what they're about to see might be shocking, and that it documents an experience unlike anything he's ever lived through. He assures viewers that he managed to capture it all on camera, and then the footage begins. Ciaz was exploring with 3 friends deep in the Belgian woods, not far from an abandoned family park. It wasn't his first time here. He'd explored these same woods twice before without incident. But this time, something felt off. As they drive further into the forest, they eventually reach a roadblock. A wooden sign reads, "Private. This is a place for prayers. Please respect this area."
Hier is de ingang, de poort.
Ja, dat staat echt duidelijk privaat op.
Privaat, dit is in plaats van gebed, gelief onze ruimte respecteren, gebed. En daar staat op, pas op, waakhond.
They stop. No one wants to push too far. Instead, they yell into the darkness, trying to gauge if anyone else is nearby. To their surprise, someone yells back.
Hallo?
Ja,
Mogen wij hier wandelen?
hoort je het? Die deur, die wint niet. Ik hoor zo...
Nee, dat was een beest.
Zeker?
Ja.
Oh,
Nee.
waar is dat?
Dat was een deur.
Dat is een deur, hè?
Hallo?
Ik de wind ook gaan, ja.
Waarschijnlijk zo.
Oh.
Maak ik op voetstap.
Ik hoor van alles hier. Dit is zo fucking eng. Oh, maat.
Hallo? Mogen wij hier binnenkomen?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
At first, they hesitate, but curiosity gets the better of them. They move past the barrier and continue deeper into the forest. That's when they hear it. Screams. Distant at first, but unmistakable. And then, just minutes later, something emerges from the trees. Out of the pitch-black darkness, a figure appears.
Hallo. Hallo. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hey.
woman, dressed in white, charges at them, holding what looks like an axe. Panic sets in immediately. One of Siaz's friends drops the camera for a moment as they all bolt deeper into the woods. In the chaos, they become separated, and for several long minutes, Siaz hides behind a fallen tree, whispering, terrified, into the camera. Eventually, he calls the police.
Ja, hoi. Hallo? Hallo? Je moet nu naar hier komen. Fuck. Ik hoor u niet, sorry. We zijn... Hallo? Ja, we zitten hier in een bos in de Centerlo. We zijn hier in een bos en dat is een verlaten bungalowpark. En ineens komt er een man met een mes of zoiets op ons af. We zijn hier met 3. En ik hoorde ook kloppen. Ik denk dat mijn auto kapot is geslagen. En we zijn vies aan het gaan lopen. Zijn Jurissen. Kom alsjeblieft heel snel.
The footage cuts ahead. Blue lights flash in the distance as the police arrive. And not long after, the woman appears again. This time, stepping out of the woods, disoriented and barefoot.
Mevrouw, het is de laatste keer. Hier blijven.
Maar wat is het?
Je gaat hier blijven.
Ofwel moet ik mee met mijn vrouw mee, ofwel moet ik hier blijven.
Ja, dat is goed. Vanaf nu luisteren naar mij.
Nee, ik ga niet meer luisteren.
Hé! Beetje respect hebben voor de kleren, ja?
Dat is geen respect hebben voor mij. Nee, dat gaan we niet doen.
Mevrouw?
Nee, dat gaan we niet doen. Dat gaan we niet doen. Nee!
Hé, gedaan. Nu is het gedaan, ja? Pak die lamp. Pak die lamp. Pak die lamp.
Wacht. Deze collega, die moet laten zien.
The woman, clearly disturbed, is detained by officers. Siaz says the police questioned her and took her away for further evaluation. But strangely, no official follow-up was ever released. No names, no charges, no explanation. To this day, Siaz has no idea who the woman was, or what she was doing in the middle of the forest that night. But one thing is certain. She wasn't just passing through. In the summer of 2020, YouTuber Corey from the channel Abandoned Boys uploaded a chilling video titled Ritual Encounter in the Backwoods. Throughout the video, Corey doesn't give many details about the location, only that the woods are somewhere near Lorentzville, and that according to local rumors, strange things are known to happen there. Curious and undeterred, Corey decided to explore the forest for himself. But what he saw that night was absolutely terrifying. At first, Corey is casually filming himself, walking through the dark, quiet woods. It's late, and the only sound is the crunch of leaves beneath his feet. But then, he hears something. Unusual noises echoing through the trees. At first, it's hard to tell where the sounds are coming from, but as Corey ventures deeper into the forest, the truth becomes horrifyingly clear.
What the What the hell? Y'all seeing this?
Up ahead, he spots 3 figures, cloaked in long black robes with hoods that cover their faces. They appear to be standing in a circle, performing some kind of ritual, but they aren't speaking any known language. Instead, they're making garbled, guttural sounds, more like growls than words. Corey stands frozen for a moment, clearly disturbed by what he's seeing. But things quickly escalate when one of the figures breaks away from the group.
Y'all see this? What the hell is that? Hey, what's going on? Shit. Scratch this film.
The figure appears to be holding something, possibly a weapon, and begins creeping closer. Corey doesn't wait to find out what happens next. He bolts into the forest, the figure still pursuing him. Finally, after a tense chase, Corey manages to escape. The video then abruptly cuts out. To this day, Corey has never followed up on what happened that night. No one knows who those people were, or what kind of ritual they were performing, and whether the encounter was real or staged remains up for debate. Personally, I found Corey's reaction to be strangely calm when he first saw the group. But maybe that was just shock. What do you think? Was this all a setup? Or did Corey stumble into something he never should have seen? Let me know your theories in the comments before we move on to the next clip. I'll be hearting every single one. In 2015, a mysterious piece of footage was uploaded to YouTube, showing what appears to be a young boy camping deep in the Russian wilderness, alongside who is presumably his father or older brother. The clip quickly earned the nickname, the Russian Bigfoot video. But beyond that, almost nothing is known about it. The video is short, just over a minute, and starts off quietly, with the pair seemingly enjoying their remote campsite. But suddenly something enters the frame. At first glance, it almost looks like a bear. A common sight in the Russian forests. But within seconds, it becomes clear that this is not a bear. The figure is tall, dark, and moves in a way that no known animal should. Even with the low resolution, you can make out a humanoid shape moving swiftly between the trees. Many viewers have called it some of the most convincing Bigfoot footage ever captured. And despite the grainy quality, the motion and size of the figure have convinced thousands that this might actually be something unknown. I came across a few translated comments on Reddit that attempt to break down the audio for you, but I'll let you judge the clip yourself. Whatever this creature was, no one has been able to say for certain. Was it a hoax? A misidentified animal? Or did this father and son accidentally capture proof of something far more terrifying? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to hear your theories. On October 16th, 2022, YouTuber Larry, from the channel Work Less Enjoy Life More, had a truly terrifying encounter while camping alone in the remote woods of Arizona. He hadn't even planned to record that night, until a loud scream near his van made him pick up the camera. What happened next is the kind of thing that stays with you forever. At first, distant, unexplainable screams echo through the forest. Larry, clearly unnerved, steps outside to see what's going on. That's when he sees something, or rather someone.
Hello? Do you need help? Hello? Hello?
Larry bolts back to the safety of his van, slams the door shut. But then, it gets worse. Someone is trying to force his way in from underneath the van.
What do you want?
I just heard that. I just heard the bay door open.
Thankfully, the van's alarm blares, and the man runs off into the darkness. Larry is left stunned, but unharmed. To this day, he has no idea who that man was, or what he wanted. Creepy Outdoors is a YouTuber known for uploading videos of himself camping alone deep in the wilderness at night. Although he never shows his face and rarely speaks much, his videos have gained a loyal following due to the chilling yet peaceful atmosphere he creates. Every video is filmed in POV, giving you a truly immersive experience. But on this particular trip, even the uploader found himself shaken. The video begins with him starting a campfire and playing some music, all while surrounded by the pitch-black, dense forests of North America. Of course, it wouldn't be a creepy outdoors video without him wandering off into the darkness before settling down for the night. But this time, things quickly take a terrifying turn.
I think I'm gonna name this one Dead Forest. Dead forest indeed. Dead quiet here as well. No life. Let's see how this place looks like without any lights. Pitch black. Imagine being out here. Pitch black. Lost in the forest. Hells, at this point, best thing you can do is just hold up against a tree and just wait for the morning. This is one of the creepiest forests I've ever been. And I'll be spending the night here, which is always fun. Another dead tree, completely derooted. I hope I'm not getting lost here. I'm pretty sure camp is back this way. Should have brought a GPS.
At first, the uploader stays calm, trying to keep his spirits up. But it's obvious he's starting to lose his bearings in the thick forest, where every direction looks exactly the same. And just as the situation already seems nerve-wracking, something even darker makes its presence known.
Oh, fuck. Oh, hi. What the hell? I need to get out of here. Oh, boy. Oh. Okay. That was fucking creepy. I need to get out of here. Oh. Talking about Wishblair Project. Okay, I need to get back to camp. It could have been campers, but this area is extremely secluded.
In the footage, a faint but chilling voice, presumably a woman, can be heard screaming a high-pitched, "I see you." Even the uploader, who's normally composed even in the most isolated places, starts to visibly panic. Realizing he needs to get back to camp, he frantically tries to find his way through the endless trees. Over the next 10 minutes, the tension doesn't let up, until finally, he stumbles across his campfire. Shaken, he decides to pack up and leave immediately, something he had never done before. To this day, no one knows who or what the voice belonged to. Was it just a cruel prank? Or did creepy outdoors narrowly escape something far worse? I'll leave that for you to decide. Let me know what you think in the comments. In early 2018, a short but chilling audio file surfaced online, uploaded by a user named Forest Fire number 21. He claimed he had recorded it 4 years earlier in the cold winter of 2014, around 2 in the morning. The uploader lived deep within the forests of Virginia, and the noises you're about to hear came from somewhere far out in the woods behind his house. At first, the audio is confusing, but after listening a little longer it becomes horrifyingly clear. A young girl can be heard screaming. Her words are hard to make out at first, but soon you can distinctly hear her yelling, "Daddy!" Several commenters also pointed out that if you listen closely, you can catch the faint sound of a man's voice at the very beginning of the recording, seemingly shouting, "Where are you?" Though it happens so quickly, it's easy to miss. The thought of a father and daughter wandering aimlessly through the freezing woods at 2 in the morning, without any visible source of light, makes this clip even more disturbing. At the end of the clip, the uploader mentioned that after that night, he checked the news obsessively, hoping to find some explanation for what he had heard. But nothing ever came. No missing persons reports, no police investigations, nothing. To this day, no one knows who those voices belong to, or what actually happened to them that night, too. The following clip features Luke from the YouTube channel Outdoor Boys. If you haven't seen Luke yet on TikTok or YouTube, he's a creator known for his camping adventures deep in the wilderness, often both solo and with his kids. His knowledge, determination, and love for the outdoors have made him a huge inspiration to many. On this particular trip, about 2 years ago, Luke went hammock camping in the snowy Alaskan mountains. This time, he brought his young son Jacob along with him. But what was supposed to be just another fun adventure quickly turned dangerous. While Luke was cooking dinner, a chilling sound suddenly broke through the cold night air. In the clip, Luke calmly explains that the sounds are coming from a nearby pack of wolves, and that he needs to stay quiet, not wanting to scare Jacob. For a few tense minutes, they remain still, hoping the wolves pass by without noticing them. Luckily for them, the wolves eventually moved on, leaving Luke and Jacob unharmed. But it's clear that things could have gone very differently, and if they had, this footage might have been the last thing ever captured by the father-son duo. On November 16th, 2024, YouTuber CJ Faison uploaded a video that, for many viewers, would become one of the most unsettling things they'd seen in a long time. CJ's no stranger to solo camping. His channel is full of trips deep into the woods, just him, his gear, and whatever the forest decides to throw at him. But this one was different. The setting, a remote patch of woods somewhere in New Jersey. An area CJ mentions, even before setting up camp, has had recent reports of stalking incidents. People hearing footsteps outside their tents, strange knocking on their vans, even sightings of masked figures. And while he brushes it off at first, he also admits he's a little on edge.
For you all to understand is tonight I am solo. Tonight I am in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey, and my goal is to hopefully not get stalked or messed with at my campsite. It's becoming a weird common occurrence apparently around that area. There's a couple of people who reached out that live locally and were like, hey CJ, you know, listen, it kind of happens to a lot of people, especially during the weekdays. Today is a Monday, so on the website where I booked like the little campsite at, there's nobody else camping around me, which is probably good and bad. I don't really know, but we're taking the...
Later, we see CJ arriving at the spot and unloading his gear. He's upbeat, even joking about the rumors. He decides to take a bike ride into the woods before settling in for the night, just to explore. But shortly after, the horror began.
Trees often make shadows, right? And then you think, oh my gosh, is that a person? Oh, that person. And you kind of have to clear your mind of that. Whenever you come and do one of these videos here, I have to like start with a clean slate, a blank mindset, and be like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going out here, I'm filming a video, and it's a blank slate. You don't carry any baggage from any previous video, because if you...
At first, we don't see anything unusual. but CJ's body language changes instantly. Still filming, he heads back to the van and grabs his flashlight.
I swear there was a bright light. A very bright light. Damn, that was so weird. Like when I'm telling you that was a bright light, I'm saying that was enough light to make me like stop and be like, what the hell? Oh shit! Huh?
He rides out again, following the direction of the light. But after a few minutes of searching, there's nothing. No one. The light's gone, and the forest feels quieter than it should. Eventually, he returns to the van. He eats, relaxes a little, and gets ready for bed. Just past 1 a.m., things take a turn. There's a loud knock on the side of his van. CJ freezes. You can hear the fear in his voice as he whispers that someone's outside. He throws on his shoes and slowly steps out.
You fucking shit! What the fuck?
Oh, I'm losing my mind. No, that's a fucking... Oh, it's a... I'm losing my mind. That was... Holy shit. Holy shit. That's a mask. That's a fucking mask.
After finding the mask, he decides it's time to leave. However, he doesn't pack up in a rush. He moves slowly, methodically, like someone who's trying not to make any sudden moves. Within minutes, he's back in the driver's seat and pulling away, leaving the woods behind in the dead of night. In the days following the upload, theories started flooding in. Some viewers think CJ might have been stalked by a local. Maybe someone who saw him set up camp and decided to mess with him. Others wonder if this is tied to something bigger, a pattern of disturbing encounters that's been quietly unfolding in those woods for years. A few Reddit threads even point out that the same type of mask has shown up in other videos, posted by unrelated campers in different parts of New Jersey. In 2021, YouTuber Lucas Brunel uploaded a video where he went camping in the woods with his younger nephew, Kevin. What was meant to be a lighthearted outdoor trip quickly spiraled into something far darker. At the start, the two are seen riding their bikes through a remote forest, searching for a spot to set up camp. Eventually, they settle on a hilltop clearing and decide to explore the surrounding woods a bit before night fully sets in. But it's during this short walk that they stumble across something deeply disturbing. I'll just let the footage speak for itself.
I did ride afterwards.
Shit, wait, hold on. Alright, let's go.
How'd you find another stick?
I don't know. Fucking pinchy, or whatever you call it. Little spikes. Dude, I just want to fucking shower and fucking lay down. Shit you fucking get me into.
Yeah, but we have s'mores with us. We have graham cracker and we have chocolate.
Yeah.
Campfire. But that's after you let us some sardines, young man. And we could find some dry firewood. That would be kind of nice.
Yeah. Wonder what your parents must think of you doing all this crazy shit. Dude, you're fucking with me. Alright. Alright. I am not fucking camping anymore. Dude, alright, dude. I know I said fuck with the satanic shit, but it's a fucking joke. I'm not fucking serious, man.
Lucas discovers what appears to be a pentagram carved into the ground, with a partially buried skull at the center. The scene clearly resembles a ritual site, possibly satanic in nature. Lucas keeps his composure, but Kevin immediately becomes visibly uncomfortable. And then, they hear it.
I don't want to fucking camp anymore.
Yeah, but there's nothing we can camp.
Dude.
This doesn't have to, like, we can camp fine. There's nothing out here to get you.
Yeah, then what the fuck was that noise, huh?
Just take a look.
Dude, you need to calm your fucking tits. I know this is my last fucking night.
How about take it down a notch?
Dude.
And we enjoy the night, you know?
Yeah, enjoy the fucking night with...
You know what? Hey.
Dude, Lucas. All right, yo, chill. You're joking, right? You're joking.
No, I'm not. Oh, just chill. Just take it down a notch. There's nothing out here, like, to get you. I mean,
You're a fucking bitch, man. Dude, you're a fucking asshole. You're a fucking asshole.
Branches begin snapping nearby, slowly at first, then more aggressively. Kevin doesn't wait around to find out what it is. He bolts back toward the camp, panicked. Lucas follows, and just as they grab their bikes to leave, the footage abruptly cuts out. To this day, there's been no explanation of what that ritual site was, or who might have created it. But one thing is clear. This isn't something you'd ever want to find deep in the woods, especially not after dark.